Hello team, welcome to Devlog 3. I have been away for a little bit. I've been working on the game still, but I ran into some issues with a feature I wanted to implement, and it was just kind of a pain to even get started again. So Unity stayed closed for quite a while until I got the courage to get it all done. I have made quite a few changes, and I am part of the Steam Fest too, so I gotta get a beta build going. So this is all the new stuff that you'll see here is gonna be for the beta build. I have it set for approval, sent in for approval, so hopefully that goes through. I am sticking with Unity. I'm too old to learn anything new, and I don't plan on making any more games anyway, so there's no point. The pricing structure shouldn't affect me at all. I know that's a cop-out, but it is what it is. I'm sticking with it. Yeah, so let's get into it. Okay, the most obvious thing is I, of course, added this logo title screen, and this little thingamabob rotates once in a while, in 3 to 10 seconds, random, I think. I don't know. I thought it was kind of neat. Anyway, I have this little list of stuff I've added, so I'm just gonna go bit by bit. So first thing would be damage numbers. So I added damage numbers. You can see them here as it gets hit, and the yellow number is a honed shot. So that's also new. Honed shots are basically like crits. They do 1.5 times damage, but they're not random crits. Like, it's not 5% chance. It's every shot increases the likelihood of the next shot. It doesn't increase the likelihood, it just adds up. So if it's 5% crit, it just keeps adding up. So a 20th shot will always crit, and so on. If it's like 7 and it goes over 100, the new 100 will get started from the latest value. So just subtract 100. So this one has 10% honing, so every 10 shot will be a crit, quote unquote. So that's something new. Added those to missiles and bullets, but not to lasers, because the laser just keeps going. So I don't know. It's kind of not really strategic to try to increase honing on it, or see if you can get a shot to crit if you have a really good chance to hit someone. Okay, I added NPC. So I don't know if I went over this before, but if you make a drone, you can make it an NPC, and you get extra capabilities with it. You can add any part, even though you didn't have it unlocked. And then you can add like any size wing or extension here, so you don't have to have a large wing here. You can do a medium wing, you can do small wing, and also an NPC doesn't care about intersecting parts, so this doesn't invalidate it. If you flip it, it'll say, oh, these are wrong, and these are also invalid, and these are intersecting. So an NPC, and then NPC will also have an extra extra availability of modifications. So like I think I only did it for this one, but this is the NPC mod. This is not available to regulars because it's huge. It's 500 armor. So basically what I'm doing is using this to make NPCs for my levels, and you can test them out too. You can add them here if you want, and they'll fight, but you cannot send them out. So if you put this in there, that's still invalid. It says this drone is an NPC. You will not be able to send your drones, your NPCs out. Same applies if you use parts for a drone that you do not have yet, but you can't add anything you don't have. Oh, I think I unlocked a bunch of stuff. So anyway, Okay, so I can still add a laser even though I don't have it. But then if I try to send it out, it's also invalid. So yeah, for like testing purposes, you can still test these guys with all the parts that will be available, but you cannot PvP or do PvE missions with them naturally. Okay, there's new evaluator and deployer layout. Okay, so I have a new layout here. It's I moved the objectives to the left, and everything gave me a little more room to the middle here. So now with the right click and scroll, you can move around and stuff. And I think it's kind of neat. It's got your name on it. In PvP, this will also be like this. And once you get a battle, simulate battle, it will, once it pulls at your opponents, it will display them there. I don't have any opponents because nobody's playing this game, but I could I disabled 3v3 for demo. But yeah, so same thing for free for all. You can have all of that. Okay, what else we got? Okay. I had user titles. So I was thinking of things that could be awarded for like seasons and for completing use also for completing max level type stuff, or like getting 3 stars on something. There's decals, which we went over before, but there's also now titles, so you can have a prefix and a suffix. I unlocked tester with mod codes, mod cheats, but anyway, so tester. This will appear here, and it will also appear to others, and their titles will appear to you. Okay, added earnable badges. So I do have badges, but I don't have any unlocked. So I'll be right back and show you how that works in a second. Okay, we are back. I enabled some badges. So this is also in the user menu. So you can have badges and they will show up to other people, and these are also going to be rewards, I think, for like PvP seasonal stuff, most likely, maybe something else. There's yeah, I don't know, I forgot what the limit is, but it'll be a limit on how many you can display. So yeah, it will you can keep clicking on them, but like the last ones won't display. You have to kind of like finagle it to show the ones you want. It's not complicated. I wish I would have limited to 5, but I just don't feel like going. Okay, anyway. So yeah, and people will see them as well. So badges are a thing. Let's see what else we got. We have interface sounds. So I added, so we had clicking sounds before. Now there's right click stuff. We have adding parts sound, little ratchet thing, and miscellaneous others. And then battle sounds as well. So I think you heard some. This guy's kind of whoops, I put a laser on there, Lord. Let's put this real quick. Actually, let's put some missile on there, and then this is fire, 1 round. There we go. So if you listen carefully, let me change there's some sounds there, and it's spatial, so you can kind of hear on different sides. Okay, there's that. Okay, there's some miscellaneous bug fixes as well. Yeah, okay. Now, so the big thing that really stalled me for quite a while was node operation inputs. So it used to have like one input per operation and one value, but now it's changed. So you can have different inputs, and then and the input values are also, you can get more than one. So that really screwed up my whole system. It had to be a list instead of just a value that I saved. There's this is a good one to show it on. So if like I read, so you can like pick, say, get drone. So now you have parameters, which I think I had before. You can either get distance, angle, or ID. But now this will change according to your input selection. So if you want to get it by proximity, you can do that by angle. This is new as well. This is especially good for obstacles. Like if you want to fire at someone and you have an angle at them, but you don't know if there's an obstacle there. It's good to check if there's an obstacle by the angle. It'll get the distance. So yeah, I guess degrees, and then proximity is order. So this is 0 is the first closest obstacle, 1 is the next, and so forth. So yeah, and this also allows me to put in 2 inputs, but I'm thinking of having like an extra functions node where you can do geometry type calculations, sines, cosines, tangents, whatnot, atans, to get angles to specific locations and such. Yeah, so this one really stalled me. It was really kind of a pain to work on, but I think it's pretty good now. I'm sure there's probably some bugs, but I'm hoping people will play beta and let me know before Steam Fest, before everything crashes and burns. Oh yeah, okay. So speaking of decals, I added a bunch of just generic shapes, but I also added separate scaling for X and Y, so you can make it thin, thin like that. So then you can have like a stripe. Like you can get creative with it, something like that. And yeah, you have a little here, whatever. And then your drone looks like a bunch of graffiti, so that's good. Okay, I ran into a little bug because I had something in my controls here named the same as something else, and GameObject.find is not good to use, so don't use it. But I used it and I ran into this. Anyway, so the last thing that I wanted to show was the controls layout here, controls display here on settings. It's not really a setting because you can't change them, but you can take a look at the ones that are not displayed anywhere because they're not on buttons or anything. So I couldn't really figure out a good way to display them without doing something like this. And the main one I wanted to show was this one in the coder because I think it's important and very useful. So when you have your chips, you can actually zoom them with doing shift and scroll wheel or shift and plus minus. You can zoom in on them. It will zoom to the mouse, zoom out, and you can also pan them with shift mouse, scroll mouse wheel, mouse thingy, middle mouse. Yeah, shift middle mouse scrolls them around. Also shift arrows can scroll them around. And then if they're gone somewhere, you can also go recenter and it'll come back to the center, whichever one you did. So in case you lost them into the abyss there, you should be able to get them back that way. Okay, I think this is all for new changes. Thank you for watching this third devlog. I'm hoping to drop the demo on the Tuesday, the 19th in the morning. So please give it a try if you can. And that's about all. I'll see you at the NextFest I'm taking a week off from work this week to see if I can polish it up more and debug it a little bit and see what make it the best I can. I do have a full-time job, so this is a hobby project. I've been working on it for 2.5 years now. Yeah, and I've changed the release date to January of next year because if I make any money on it, I don't want to deal with it on this year's taxes. So I'll deal with it next year's taxes. It's a very valid reason. Also takes a little pressure off of me to get it finished. For the full release, I am planning to have 3 different stages with 10 levels each. I still haven't figured out a good, nice level display yet, like what a level will look like, because I'm really bad at 3D modeling and I still have no idea how shaders work. Anyway, thank you for watching. We'll hopefully see you next time.